Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host Red. I got a video today from Sigma Trades, newer channel. He's doing well. I want to help support him, help him get the 2K maybe. Passport bros. Western women can't resist passport bros. Why? Because we're always in their minds. We're always in the TikToks. There's so many TikToks about us. So he isn't wrong. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Let's talk about the hypocrisy of women's flip-flopping opinions. I vividly recall those glorious moments a few months back when you ladies were busy hurling insults at passport bros who dared to choose traditional women from abroad over you.
Right?
You labeled them as oppressors and cowards while showering those traditional women with titles like victims and thieves. But my, oh my, how the tides have turned. What brought about this sudden change of heart? I'm independent, I don't need no man, you proudly declared. I can pay my bills, I can't be submissive to any man. You portrayed yourself as the epitome of self-reliance, your own boss, a formidable force to be reckoned with. Yet, here we are witnessing the realization slowly creeping in. You start to comprehend that those passport bros you belittled were, in fact, hidden gems that slipped right through your fingers. As the old saying goes, you don't value what you have until it's gone. Well,
It is a very good saying.
sweetheart, this precious gem ain't coming back to you. It's quite amusing, really, the audacity of claiming independence and strength, while secretly yearning for the very qualities you publicly disdain. Deep down, you begin to grasp the allure of a man who appreciates traditional values, who cherishes loyalty and respects the sanctity of a committed relationship.
Just like that liberal woman that made a whole article, they made articles about liberal women not finding, liberal men that want to, be traditional, pay for things and do the traditional things that men used to do, but, have the same liberal mindset as these women because they want their cake and eat it too.
You can deny it all you want, but the truth remains, gnawing at your conscience. You see, those passport bros recognized the unique qualities and virtues possessed by those traditional women. They understood the value of a partner who embodies femininity, grace, and a genuine desire to build a harmonious home. And now, as you witness the transformation taking place within these men's lives, you can't help but feel a pang of regret. But fear not, my dear ladies. You can continue to convince yourselves that your self-proclaimed independence shields you from the longing for a connection built on timeless principles. Deny it, mask it with bravado, but deep down, you yearn for the stability and strength that a passport bro offers. After all, who wouldn't want a man who appreciates the beauty of tradition, a man who embraces his role as a protector and provider? So go ahead, play the strong and independent card. But remember, deep within your heart, you know the truth. Those passport bros were the ones who understood the value you failed to appreciate. They recognized the rare gem that lay before them, while you were too busy basking in the illusion of independence. Enjoy your newfound liberation, my dear, for it comes at the cost of a genuine connection with a man who truly knows how to treasure a woman. Oh, the elusive passport bros, the darlings of foreign lands. You Western women must be so devastated that they've left you in the dust. It's a shame you didn't snatch up a man in your 20s when you had the chance. Now, as you approach the dreaded wall, your options seem to be dwindling. All that's left for you is to...
It's dwindling even more. A lot more MGTOWs, a lot more passport bros. Women are losing. Yes, their sexual market value dwindles, and there's just less and less men for them to even be around nowadays because there's more MGTOWs and more passport bros. Now that we have a hit song, even the young men are already starting to plan their life out to work hard in their 20s, somewhat in their 30s, and then just leave. That's already happening. So most women are just going to be getting pumped and dumped in the West because men aren't going to be committing to relationships.
To warn the younger generation and seek solace in the company of cats. Meanwhile, those passport bros are living it up in Asia and Japan, enjoying their
And this AI keeps on saying bras.
lives while their obedient wives dutifully cook, clean, and tend to the children. Can't say the same about you Western women, can we? Cooking skills? Doubtful. It's a wonder how you all survive without takeout on speed dial. What's truly admirable about these traditional women abroad is their ability to love a man, even if he's collecting a measly minimum wage. Such a concept seems foreign to you Western women. You won't even entertain the thought of a man who doesn't earn six figures. It disgusts you.
It does.
Retirement plan, anyone? Yes, we must thank the heavens for the advent of third-wave feminism. Before that, you women had a laundry list of demands for a spowman. You wanted a man who towered at 6 feet, had abs of rock, and a six-figure salary job. Your expectations were sky high, only achievable by the top 1% of men. But fear not, third-wave feminism swept in, and suddenly you declared that you don't need no man. You became self-sufficient, or rather, irresponsible. Now that you can't fix your own cars or handle basic...
It is pretty funny that as soon as women were able to make money, they cast men aside and cast us as the oppressors and the evil ones. We were slaves to corporations and slaves to the family and slaves to these companies that did not care for us in any way, shape, or form. Think of the coal miners. Do you think they were working in the coals, killing themselves to oppress women, to, make it so women didn't have to work?
handyman tasks, you're clamoring for men to come to your rescue. How convenient. Western women only do things when they benefit them, after all. They couldn't care less about you, while those passport bras hustle away, taking care of their content traditional wives who didn't buy into the independence craze. Western men suffer. Just look at the haunted expressions on their faces as they trudge through the supermarket aisles. Lifeless, ghost-like figures they've become. Unhappy and weary. They stay out late, avoiding their nagging wives at all costs. If they could hop on the passport bro wagon, believe me, they would. But the risks are too high. Western women,
cheaper to keep her,
have drained men with their incessant demands for equality and respect. Turns out, all this womanism stuff hasn't exactly been a blessing for men. And let's not forget those impossible standards you set for potential dates. It's no wonder men can only muster the bare minimum of attention. Relationships with Western women inevitably devolve into being treated like rubbish, constant nagging, and perhaps even infidelity. Oh, the joys of modern relationships. Such bliss. But fear not, dear Western women, there's always a chance for redemption. Perhaps it's time to reflect on the impact of your actions and reassess those sky-high expectations. Who knows, you might just find some happiness in the process. Or maybe not. It's
possible.
A wild world out there. I can feel it in my bones. Brace yourself, folks, because when those passport bros return, Western women will start acting all innocent again. But don't be fooled by their facade. I see through their little game. They come crawling to you, begging for your help, and the moment they get what they want, they toss you aside like yesterday's trash.
Yep.
Those videos they make, claiming they want a real man. Please, let me enlighten you about the kind of man they truly desire. They still crave a man with the 3 sixes. Yeah, you heard that right. They'll shame you if you dare to come back into the picture. So, why even take the chance? Even if you manage to find your ideal woman over there, let me tell you, the odds are slim. The majority of them are knee-deep in the whole OnlyFans nonsense, sporting body counts that could fit in the double digits, covered in tattoos that scream trouble. Oh, and let's not forget about those glaring red flags.
The hair and the piercings?
It's better to just let these women be. Let them prey on the simps who are willingly under their spell. You see, there will always be simps, and women know it all too well.
This is true.
The reason why these Western women resort to embarrassing themselves in those tearful videos is because the men they truly desire simply don't want them. No. The men they are after are those passport bras. It's like a classic case of too little, too late. These women are well aware that they hold power over the simps. They know that no matter how poorly they treat them, there will always be a line of desperate men ready to offer their undying devotion. It's like a never-ending cycle, and these women thrive on it. They use their tears and emotional manipulation to keep the simps in check. It's a sick game they play, and the simps willingly participate, oblivious to the fact that they are just being used. But you know what? It's time to break free from the chains of simphood. It's time to rise above and see these women for who they truly are: manipulative and self-serving. Let them have their moment in the spotlight, shedding crocodile tears and playing the victim. Meanwhile,
Professional victims, like I always say.
we can focus on better things in life, like improving ourselves, pursuing our passions, and finding genuine connections with women who actually appreciate us for who we are. So, my fellow enlightened ones, let's not waste our time on these Western women who have shown their true colors. Let's keep our eyes open and our guard up. We deserve better than being the backup plan, the second choice. We deserve to be with someone who values us, respects us, and reciprocates our efforts. It's time to break free from the clutches of the simp mentality and forge our own paths towards happiness and fulfillment.
I don't think all of us deserve this. It's everyone that wants it, that works towards it and builds themselves, that will earn it. I don't think anybody deserves anything. So get out there, men. Go find that purpose. Find a good career. Do the things you need to do as a man to build yourself up, and then these things will come to you. And then travel overseas to make it easier.
Let the simps have their tears and their disappointments. We're better than that, and that's a wrap for today on Sigma Traits.
That was some pretty good chow, I mean, the AI voice, makes some funny little, let's say, pronunciations. But overall, the message is clear. It's exactly what a lot of Western women feel and are going through right now when it comes to passport bros. Please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's chow time.